would literally die to see is Tangled 2. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tiffany and I love all things Disney, and that's what we're here to talk about today. Here are 10 Disney movies I would make if I had a say in what Disney movies would come out next. So first off is each Tinkerbell fairy. Binge watched all the Tinkerbell movies, and I would have to say that I want to know about each Tinkerbell fairy. Like, we all saw how Tinkerbell was born, how she got her powers, she became a tinker, but I want to know about Rosetta and Silver Mist and etc. I want a Disney movie on each individual fairy. Next, we have on how the heck Peter Pan and Tinkerbell met. So I would love a movie on the origin story of how Tinkerbell and Peter Pan met. It shows how Tinkerbell started and all of this stuff and how Captain Hook, but it doesn't show how they met. Like, it doesn't correlate. I know the Tinkerbell movies were made after Peter Pan because obviously Peter Pan is a classic, it's an oldie, but there's no correlation on how Peter and Tinkerbell met, just how the Tinkerbell movies are supposed to be before, but I want to know how they met and how now they're a team, basically. Next movie that I would literally die to see is Tangled 2. I'm obsessed with Tangled. She's my favorite princess ever. I would love to see a Tangled 2. I know there's a Happily Ever After. I know there's also a series, which I have watched. But I want to see a second movie. Like, if Moana 2 can get a second movie, so can Tangled. She's literally iconic. Everyone loves her. It can even make the movie based on after the series is over. Like, it can be a movie, like, you know. Next movie I would love to make is Ursula. For example, the live action Sleeping Beauty or Aurora, you would say. The live action is Maleficent. I think doing a take on that for Ursula would be phenomenal. Literally just making an Ursula movie and then showing the story of the Little Mermaid of Ariel, but from Ursula's point of view and how she, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, she's supposed to be King Triton's sister or family member, something like that, and then all of a sudden she's the villain. But how did she become the villain? Like, why is she like away from the family? Why is she purple? Why is she an octopus? It just doesn't make sense. So I want to see Ursula movie, also King Triton when he was younger. That would be so cool. I would love to see a live action Coco. You know, in Mexican cultures, they actually have Dia de los Muertos. They actually, you know, paint their face. They actually, you know, pray, and they have, like, you know, everyone who has passed away on a table with their picture. So I think it'd be so cool to see like a live action. A Monsters Inc. 2. Love Monsters Inc. I love Mike, Sully, Boo, love all of them. So I think it would be great to have a Monsters Inc. 2, because I know we have Monsters University, but this movie was made after, but it's supposed to be before. But I would love to see a Monsters Inc. 2. You know how they had to destroy Boo's door, but then they kept a little piece? Maybe like finding the door, or like finding like a new door, but then it's Boo's new door. That'd be so cool, because she's all grown up, so it'd be like another door, but then it's Boo, and she'd recognize Sully. Like, that would be so iconic, and that would be cool to just have a Monsters Inc. 2, and it's like, wow, like reminiscing and stuff. Or it can be that Sully finds a new door that looks like Boo's, but it's not, and then it's Boo's daughter. It's Boo's daughter. Hear me out. Beauty and the Beast, but the prince's take and before Beauty and the Beast. So what I mean by that is like a movie where we see, because in the beginning of the Beauty and the Beast, we see the Beast, and we see like that he's like, you know, this like selfish prince, and we see the witch come and cast a spell on him. But what we don't see is before that. He grew up, and maybe because he doesn't have parents, like the death of his parents made him so arrogant and selfish and a bad prince. So kind of just like a backstory on the prince, and like, you know, like before, how the castle was before, and like how like Lumiere and Cogsworth and Mrs. Potts, like how they were human and how they would help the parents and like be in the castle and all happy, like kind of just like before Beauty and the Beast. Would definitely have to be the Aristocats. I love Marie. Everyone loves her and her sassy attitude. But I think it would be so cool making an Aristocats 2 and having them grown up. Like we see the three siblings grown up as cats. Maybe like they each have their individual houses, like individual owners. Maybe they stayed together. Just kind of the story of like them three grown up. I think that that would be pretty cool. Like just their grown up stories. A live action Brother Bear. Like we all know the iconic Brother Bear songs. Phil Collins is iconic. How they did a live action Lion King, like kind of like that, but like Brother Bear and like the story, and then making even new music or having the same, because honestly that music slaps. It would be such a good live action. Last but not least, I think there should be an iconic princess, like an ultimate princess movie where it's like all the princesses and they're just all friends, and it's just stories about like each of them and like them being together, like I don't know, like just or them all like meeting each other, like kind of like a little bit of like Wreck-It Ralph where all the princesses were together when like Vanellope, like she comes into like the room and they're all there, kind of like that, but a movie. Like that was like a little short section. I think an ultimate princess movie would be like, wow, all the princesses together in one movie. Like these are the 10 Disney movies that I would make if I had to say in what Disney movies were to be made. Comment below what movies you would want to see, or if I should make a part 2 of this. If you guys liked these little movies that I would make, let me know. But thanks for watching. Again, like, subscribe, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Bye guys.